This is a video chart presentation of International Stem Cell Corp. It's an OTCQB tier company, trading our ticker ISCO. Let's look at a one-year chart. Since hitting highs back here at 41 cents early on in 2013, stock slid off, formed a base around 14 cents, and has since then mounted a nice climb, moved back over top of the 50 and 200-day moving averages, in the process of making a sharp move from 15 cents to basically double at highs of 30 cents, consolidated, and then went back on the rise last week. The chart's just making a real nice pattern since coming off the bottom and looks to have switched from a bearish position into a bullish mode. I think this is one worth keeping an eye on going forward to see if it's going to continue this pattern of higher lows and higher highs. See the MACD is making a nice upward channel. Very strong look to it, holding over top of zero now, indicating that the trend is bullish. Similar look to the PPO. ADX also coming through, making higher highs, making an upward channel. This green line, the positive DI on top, indicates the strength of the direction is to the upside. For about 2 months now, money flow index essentially holding over top of 50, saying that stock price is holding above average prices. Again, that's bullish. Still a pretty soft look to the accumulation distribution. For me, it's going to be important that it holds this baseline. Let's see it start to push up somewhere along these lines, start to make some higher highs, and show that some selling pressure that's been into play has subsided. The shake in money flow was certainly giving hints that that was happening as it moved back through zero, telling me that over 20 periods, buying pressure was outweighing selling pressure. But then at the end of last week, moved back to the downside. Again, all I'm going to look for is higher lows to indicate that any selling pressure is fading. CCI in a holding pattern right now. The CCI buy signal's dropped on the break of 100. It's a hold until it breaks back down through 100. Full stow has moved back above 50 from readings down below 20, telling me that bullish momentum is building into play. And this is a real nice look to the tricks, going along with the MACD. Nice upward channel, telling me that bulls have control of the trend at this point. RSIs, a couple dips here and there, but generally speaking, holding the upper half of the indicator, saying that bullish momentum is being sustained in the play. Now, I'm not going to bother putting this bottom support down here at 13 or 14 cents. It's simply too far away from closing prices. What I would look for on any big pullback would be some support in the area of 20 cents. Now, it does run all the way down to around 18, 17 cents. But I'm going to look to 20 because you can see historically, about 1 year ago, that was a support point. That also is the area of the 50 and 200-day moving averages that are going to lend dynamic support to that point. And with this 50-day moving upward, it's likely going to pass through the 200-day and drop what's called a golden cross. It's a very bullish sign for the overall picture of the chart. So with those things in mind, that 20-cent mark will be pretty important as a bottom support level. I think there's also some support mixed in along the way, some around 22 cents, and then some more right where the stock closed on Friday at 25 cents. So ideally, in a perfect world, that spot would hold, but obviously closing at that point on Friday, it comes with its own set of challenges trying to immediately move upward and not see some more profit taking, because from this last bounce from 20 cents, the stock moved almost 40%. So there's going to be a few profit takers that are going to come in, take some gains, and then look to reload on retraces. But any pullback is not really that big of a deal to me, as long as the stock can continue to make higher lows and higher highs. That's what I'm looking for to identify this as a true bottom and let the bullish trend just slowly continue to take shape. Pull those off, not to clutter things up too much. To the resistance side of things, there's certainly going to be some resistance right there at the old high of 30 cents. Easy to see that early on in 2013, that was a resistance point, also served as a support level in the pullback from the highs. And I think that that's going to serve as some near-term resistance again, on its way to face a tougher resistance up around 34 cents. Beyond that, I'd have to look at the 52-week highs at 41 cents, but that again is down the road. I'm not that concerned with that at this moment. I always look for baby steps, and right now for me those baby steps are to set a new support level a little bit higher than this previous one at 20 cents, and to watch for some upward pressure to take out this resistance at 30 cents. Nice liquidity in the play, 1.4 million shares. Stock has certainly seen a large uptick over the last 6 months, as apparently investors saw this bottom as a buying opportunity. And it doesn't look like liquidity is going to be an issue going forward either, because it's been very steady since mid-July. All in all, a nice looking chart, and one to keep an eye on going forward to see how it performs. As always, really my interpretation of the ISCO chart. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.